Jackson. Welcome back, people. Yes, no, it is not Wednesday, but it is Sunday, and you're not seeing things. It's your favorite, America's favorite cousin, and America's favorite uncle. We are back this week, and it's Sunday, the Endgame Sports Podcast, brought to you by Family Talk. Let's discuss it. How is everybody doing out there?
What's up, y'all? Man. So, we're coming to you live from this week's edition of Endgame, and we're gonna give it to you for your, for your football needs this Sunday. So let's get this thing kicked off, man.
Let's start with our college. What a day of college football. Alabama, I want to talk about Alabama.
Okay.
Ooh, they struggled. Did they struggle with that team that ball? They hold recruiting class, as Alabama said. They struggled 24 to 20.
You're going to struggle when you buy your team. You're going to struggle. Like, come on. They struggle.
Alabama, I thought Texas A&M was going to pull the trigger. But Alabama struggled. Now, the question was, since Alabama struggled, should Georgia be back at number one? I don't know. I say yeah. Because Georgia's been living up to, they starters. They've been whooping teams. But, hey, let's see if they're going to actually, drop Alabama. They seem to never do that.
At a certain point, it really don't matter, though, because they both going to play each other in the SEC championship. So it really don't matter, like, which one is which. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're going to play each other regardless.
Oh, yeah.
So it really don't matter how they're coming in one or two. They're going to play each other.
And what we're trying to prevent is for them playing each other for the championship. Because to me, that's just BS.
I mean, hopefully the way we set it up is it doesn't get to that point. But yeah. For me personally, it really don't matter if Georgia, Alabama, they both like gonna play. They're gonna play each other in SEC championship. So,
oh man, let's talk about Notre Dame. Notre Dame, my man, won 3 in a row. He got seemed like he right at the program.
Hold on. Nah, since we talk about that, all right. So let's talk about this blood river ass whooping that Oklahoma got. I'm surprised we didn't start the day off with that one because damn 49 zip, bro.
Talking about the Red River, huh? Red River shootout.
Boy, it was ugly, Telly.
I bet you it was ugly.
It was ugly.
Well, hey, it's a long-standing rivalry, and you don't think Oklahoma gonna get murdered like that. You expected
it's the Big 12.
I mean, a competitive game, not so much. This was one of those they could have phoned it in. If you're gonna play like that, you might as well forfeit.
Bruh. 49 zip, bruh. 49 zip.
I mean, you got blanketed. Forfeit. But we had a couple of upsets this week. You talking about TCU beating Kansas?
Did you see Florida State coach it up at the end of the game and lose that game? I was like, bruh. Mike back to Mike Norval and things again. I was like, here we go. It was so bad. It was so bad. It just gets to a point where it's just like, yeah, but my boy Freeman, you know what I'm saying? 3 wins in a row. I don't know. I didn't see really nothing much exciting this week on college football. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Tennessee blasted LSU. Is Tennessee for real?
I tell you what, right? I say this all the time, right? When it comes to those teams like Tennessee, every couple years, Tennessee goes out here and wins a couple games that they normally don't win. So we'll see when Tennessee roll up against Alabama and Georgia if they for real, they can put up a competitive game, or they go out there and get monkey stomped. And if that's the case, then I won't believe you for real. You know what I'm saying? You gotta beat the top dog for me to think that you for real. So until they go out there and they beat the top dog, you won't be for real for me, right?
Okay.
But the next week game we got Michigan and Penn State.
I know, right? Now, I'm a good team, man.
What's going on? So with it, we in there like swimwear.
UCLA is 6-0, 5-0.
I know they won
like years.
I mean, they better be. They done recruited. They done stole enough people. But I mean,
but what's up? UK, Kentucky loses to South Carolina. Big upset.
Is it really? They
24-14.
They go back and forth every couple of years, though. Again,
right.
Kentucky's the same place as Tennessee. Like Kentucky's won a few more games and they usually win. And like to me, Tennessee is an 8-4, 7-5 team. Kentucky is an 8-4, 7-5 team. And they've won a game or two more right now than they've won in the last couple of years. So I don't really consider them for real until you, like I said, until you play, you know what I'm saying, the Alabama, until you play the Texas A&M, until you play the Georgia, you know what I'm saying, until you beat them, you ain't gonna be for real for me. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about Arizona State beating Washington. Now that's another upset. Washington, they were moving and grooving, but you know.
I would have thought Arizona State would have been better, but they let go of Herm.
I know
their Daniels went to LSU. So I kind of had high hopes for them. So for them to pull out a W like that, I mean, it's not surprising to me because I kind of expected them to be a little bit better this year, but they did take some L's, on the staff and QB and stuff. So.
The word out of Arizona State was those assistant coaches was in there undermining Herm Edwards.
Yeah, giving out the game plan.
Yeah, what they do that?
Well, it just goes to show you it's a dog-eat-dog world. And if somebody wants your spot, they got to do. It's a whole bunch of that going on. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, all bad, but, I mean, doesn't surprise me, man.
They surprised me. I'm like, wow, why would y'all do that to that man?
I mean, corporate America, corporate America is a savage.
I guess.
I was taught this. It's always cover your behind at all costs. And it's a savage. But that's pretty weird though, man, for somebody to kind of give up your game plan like that.
Like, where's your competitive spirit? You want to win, but you don't like dude, so you want to sabotage him. It's like,
right.
You could just easily leave.
Old Herm got them old school ways. Probably
Herm, though,
wrong way.
I hope to see Herm back. Hope to see him back in the NFL on somebody's staff doing something.
At this point, I hope he goes into broadcasting or something, man.
Again, yeah, because that's where he was in broadcasting.
They're trying to run these young coaches in there, but I mean, take the load off Herm. What Herm, like 95?
Nah, Herm should be like the same age as Lovey and Tony Dungy.
Right.
Probably is. Stick to we play to win
in the game. I love that one.
Still epic. We'll never forget that. That's like the AI rant. We'll never forget.
Yeah, Dennis Green. You'll never forget that. They was actually talking about that during the Cardinals game.
Hey, so right before we hop over to the NFL. So who we got? Michigan or Penn State?
Oof. I'm gonna have to say Michigan scared me today because Indiana it was 10-10. And that's
I'm gonna go Penn State. Michigan underachieving, as me.
I'm gonna have to say Michigan. I'm gonna say Michigan. but it's gonna be
hold
like
on. Where they playing at?
I think they at Michigan. They in the big house.
You know what? That might be different because to go to okay. Now I'm gonna stick with Penn State. That's what I thought. I'm gonna stick with Penn State.
I'm gonna stick with Penn State because I ain't got nothing against Manny Diaz. So I'm gonna roll with Penn State.
Right.
Hey, I'll say 10-7. That's gonna be the score. 10-7.
Fast-paced college football. 10-7.
It's a Big Ten.
You know what? 10. Nah, you know me. I like pitching.
17-10. I could see. But hey,
you know what? I'm gonna do this right. I like picking egregious scores, so I'm gonna do this right. I'm gonna say Penn State 31-17.
31-17.
They gonna blow them out.
31-17.
They gonna blow them out. That's what you're saying.
I got 17-10 Penn State. I'm gonna stick with Penn State. I'm gonna stick with them only because I think Michigan just. They were a team that I thought was going to be much better again, but they just supposed to be trending up, and it seemed like they down year, kind of like Notre Dame. I know they switched coaches and all that type of stuff.
Notre Dame won they third in a row, so maybe
but they've been playing scrubs, so
they just beat BYU. BYU was was doing nice this year.
Yeah. They're supposed to be BYU. I'm just saying. You're supposed to be BYU. You're supposed to be Air Force. You're supposed to be Navy.
Let me tell you something.
You're supposed to be the Army. You're supposed to be those.
You lose to one of them, then it's time to go.
BYU makes that list for me. Although I know BYU has, done decent over the last, couple of years. Yeah. Been not competing with Notre Dame like that. You know what I'm saying?
You're not supposed to. Not supposed
to. For blasphemy of BYU.
I know my boy Steve Young went there, so
Zach Wilson recently.
I mean, but he trashed.
I don't know. The Jets killed this today.
Who did they play?
The Dolphins.
The Dolphins missing a quarterback.
After that letdown morale of last week with Tua, I'm surprised the Dolphins even showed up to the locker room to pay. Oh, wait. They were getting paid, so they had to show up.
Teddy Bridgewater.
After that whole, he got hurt too.
He got hurt too.
He was done today too.
Oh my goodness.
That was on third string. Matter of fact,
that ain't no excuse because the Patriots was on third string rookie and blew the Lions out 29-0.
Well, the Patriots will always outsmart Dan Campbell. That's just Bill Belichick. I don't think will ever lose to the Lions. Okay, he's just gonna outsmart Dan Campbell
last year.
So
he lost to Matt Patricia.
Listen,
right.
Tell it. I'm gonna give you a little secret, okay? Between me and you in the fantasy group, and Jalen Waddle ass is about to be up for trade with these quarterbacks.
Hey man, because he ain't got no QB to throw him the ball.
No QB, so Jalen Waddle gonna be up for trade while his value up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I might have to holler at your brother Elmo. You want Jalen Waddle, right? Mm-hmm. Ollie boy.
On the fantasy squads, huh?
Yeah. This is just a rough year.
Zelly, let me get Keenan and Allen off. You got Jalen Waddle.
You're like, nah, Dolphins will bounce back though, depending on who their quarterback is next week. Though.
They're about to bring Cam in, probably. Come on, Cam.
Well, I don't think Tua should play at all again this year.
Hey man, somebody told him he shouldn't play at all again. Period.
But I feel like this though.
I doubt he'd do that because he want that bag.
This is contract year.
Yeah, so, he want that bag. I doubt he does
I feel
that.
Like he should sue the shit. Listen, I say Tua, protect your brand and sue the shit out of the Dolphins. When you ask for that number,
you can't do that if you personally signed off.
You see what happened to the coach that tried to do that? What's his name? They got fired by
Flowers.
Whatever his name was. He's now with
Brian Flores.
You see how that went, bro? Like
that's still going though. That's still going on though.
But I mean, what's really gonna come of it? They're gonna silently, you're dealing with 30+ billionaires, bro. Like
I know, man. It's hard to take on the machine. Kaepernick found that out, man.
But I don't think Tua I don't think Tua plays at all again this year, but
Shouldn't.
he shouldn't.
He
But I
shouldn't.
mean, man, if they definitely gonna use that his competitive nature against him, and I think he probably might end up coming back. You get what I'm saying? Like it would be weird, but I mean,
If he come back, just come back past week 8. Later on down the line.
I
You
mean,
know,
week 10.
right, past week. Come back when Deshaun come back. Week 13. You know,
Yeah, that's gonna be a struggle. He gonna want to show he can get that new contract. Because I'm gonna tell you what I would do in negotiations. Well, if no lawsuit, no none of that, none of that. We bring you back on the field. We give you a nice contract. We give you 150, 180 million. Whatever it is. You get what I'm saying? We pass all that over. We guarantee what 100 mil. You've had some injuries. We guarantee 100+ mil, whatever, and we make this go away, and we bring you back on the field because they're gonna negotiate some kind of way to make
they
something
got
happen.
to. Well, speaking of contract negotiations with quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson,
Yeah,
he's out here. And
he's either going to make himself some killer money this year, but I
or he's going
personally
to cost himself some killer money.
I don't think it's about the regular season for him though. I
For
think
him,
it's
it's the
about
playoffs. Yeah.
what he's going to do in the playoffs. Like if they just get in the playoffs, which I believe they will, because that division is trash.
I don't know. Cleveland is staying afloat.
They just lost today.
No,
They
Cleveland
lost to that.
won.
Yeah.
No,
Cleveland
Them,
won.
huh?
No, they lost to the
Cleveland
Chargers.
won.
And Steelers lost, which I told y'all having Mitchell Trubisky at quarterback
They took Mitch out.
would be horrible for them. But I think the Ravens gonna make it in, and it's
Well,
gonna
they
be
got to
about
overcome the Bengals. I don't know if the Bengals won. No, they play tonight, I think,
they
right?
playing tonight. They about to play in
Yeah.
a little bit.
So, still
them,
got the Bengals.
them the top two. Them
Yeah.
the ones. So Ravens gonna make it, and I think LJ knows what he knows what he's doing. He gonna get a bag from somebody from anywhere.
But here's the thing. What he's asking for is he want the fully guaranteed, like
Yeah.
Deshaun, but he want more. So it's like, I'm going to tell you, if he goes to playoffs and he gets them to the AFC Championship and possibly the Super Bowl, they're going to have to fully guarantee him 300 plus.
Yeah, that's what I'm meaning. And if he gets, like I said, I think it's about the playoffs for him. Regular season, we know he can ball out. That's no different. But if he banks on himself, which he's already doing, and they make that nice playoff push, that playoff run, yeah, he gonna get paid. And I think he bet on himself. And I personally,
I want to see him win.
I do too. That makes me want to root for him even more, just being a brother. But overall, to be honest, they don't look like the cats meow in the AFC.
That'll go to Buffalo.
You got Buffalo, and but they almost beat Buffalo. I'll give you this.
Yeah, it was a good game.
That comeback, but they almost beat Buffalo. But I got Buffalo or KC. I got Buffalo. Kind of.
KC. KC is vulnerable. See, I see
they are, but they're not fully healthy right now.
I see cracks in their armor. Like they can get.
Hey, you stay hating on my boy Pat Mahomes. Boy,
I'm not hating on him. I'm saying
I look hating on Mahomes, boy.
I see cracks in the armor. I see they can get guys. The Chargers ain't no joke.
Boy.
Chargers banged up, man. Like their year might be over with already.
Well,
Bosa hurt, Slater hurt, the quarterback hurt. Keenan Allen already got hurt. So,
and we ain't even gonna talk about the Broncos. They should take Russ out back and shoot him. Put him to sleep.
Jody, I'm about to DM you this picture real quick, and it is hilarious. I want you to see it. I just sent it to your IG. I want you to check this out. I want you to look at it. It is hilarious.
I'll be down. Wait a second. I tell you what, you give me 2 seconds.
Yeah. I see. I was I was like, when am I gonna release this one? But I was like, all right, Boom. We got Russell Wilson. Listen, they probably
Back
missed
with
the coach.
him on.
They
Hold
probably
on.
missed the
Hey,
coach.
Benji,
He's not
all
ready
the-
to coach a potential championship caliber QB team. None of that. Terrible decision.
And they gave him all that money. That was
Yeah,
a
they're gonna
killer.
have to break. They're gonna have to break that up if they want to do something with Russ there. I don't think Russ and that coach Hackett get a lot are a good combo. So,
Oh, but see,
so
that's the thing. I think they was banking on Aaron Rodgers. I think they
the
wanted.
Broncos.
Yeah, I think they was
I think the
banking on.
49ers were banking on A-Rod.
they
I don't
definitely
know.
were.
I think A-Rod, mark me down. I think A-Rod was thinking about San Fran, going there, and it got mixed up, however it got mixed up. And I think that's one of the reasons why we got the drama we got with down in Packerland. And I think A-Rod, being a Cali kid, really was going to come to San Fran, and some kind of way it got mixed up. And now we got a whole mix up because Jimmy G now back the starter. Listen, Trey Lance, everybody, we knew he wasn't. Come on, bro.
I don't know if he wasn't ready, but
and it's not.
He wasn't ready.
I don't know if Trey wasn't ready, but
they took a reach on Trey Lance, and it's not.
They did, and
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
tell you.
But here's the thing: I wanted Trey Lance for the
believe
best.
it was all about the fact that they thought they were gonna get Aaron Rodgers, and they didn't.
Listen,
That's what I believe.
Hey, all I'm saying is, right, when you start going to them Division III schools, only one quarterback from the Division III schools has actually been fucking good consistently, and it's been Josh Allen. Because Carson Wentz had one good season, and he's disappointed you ever since then.
Well, he got hurt. I don't
He's
think it's
disappointed.
just like the RG3 injury. He couldn't come back from that.
Tell it.
I think that was it.
Now, Carson Wentz had a couple good seasons, but not enough. I think his ego is his problem. But Carson Wentz had a few.
He messed up today.
Well,
He threw the game-ending interception today.
He's not a great quarterback. He's serviceable. He's Kirk Cousin-esque.
Man, Kirk Cousins looked like Steve Young in that first half. I'm like,
a baller today.
I'm like,
Hey,
what are you doing?
Hold on. Carson Wentz is Kirk Cousins prime time. Kirk Cousins 1 and 4 o'clock games. Goat mode.
Facts.
Hey.
That's who he reminds me of in terms of games and stuff like that.
We got a Benji Banks exclusive right here.
Drop the exclusive.
Oh man, Russell Westbrook. Yeah, buddy. Now that's funny. It is so true.
There we go.
Good one, Benji.
There we go.
That is
We had to drop
the of the month right there.
We had to drop it, and I'm gonna drop that on. I'm gonna drop that in a little bit too on my Facebook. So that one's gonna be interesting.
I sent the link to Miss Felicia. I want to see if she want to come up here and talk to us today because she been mad all goddamn day.
Hey, she lost to the Giants.
She been mad since 12 o'clock today. So
we giving her all the smoke, okay? All day. I done hit her up already. So.
We've been going back and forth. She started talking crazy about the Bears. Bears started coming back. She got silent. I was like, she got quiet. Like,
Bears should have won that game, but
that dude need to be cut right today because he messed up twice. He got the illegal block in the back on Justin Fields' electrifying touchdown run. Then he fumbled cost him the game. Bye-bye.
Hey,
bye-bye, man.
As much as they struggling down there, I mean, they should have that should have been a W. But hey, that's the breaks in the NFL.
Now that's what I was talking about with them. I was like, I understand y'all rebuilding, but there y'all go. Y'all showed some fight. Y'all just ain't laying down and rolling.
They didn't just lay down and give up. They actually
showed that fight coming like that in the beginning of the game. You win that game.
But it is against the Vikings, though. So,
but hey, Vikings they playing pretty good.
I mean, listen,
every
year we have these expectations for the Vikings, and somehow or another, they always seem to mess it up.
But that's later.
They got a decent squad. It ain't like they got a trash O-line or trash running backs or trash receivers
They got
or
Pro
a
Bowl
trash
receivers.
defense. They probably got one of the best rosters out there. They just suck.
Hey, they find a way, but that's later in the season. They
Right.
find a way to fumble it away. You be like, yep, there go Minnesota. You be like,
Right?
yep,
They're
there
always
they
going to
go.
show their colors.
Now they going, but hey, I kind of like seeing them in first place and not Green Bay. Like, hey, as long as it's not
Man.
Green Bay.
Crazy, right?
Then we talk about the Jets. The Jets dropped 40
I
on
mean,
the Dolphins. I mean, is this
again,
the
I
turnaround?
didn't expect after that situation with Tua, I did not expect the Dolphins to come out. I expected them to be nonchalant isn't the right word. I expected them to be their morality be down a ton.
Demoralized, yeah.
Right, because that's your quarterback, who's obviously is the leader of the team. That situation happened. Your coach has been saying they've been doing things right all year. I mean, with the concussion with Tua. Then you get somebody fired because he was the fall guy because,
Yeah,
I
he the
guess people
fall
weren't
guy.
doing it right.
Mm-hmm.
And now in this league where player safety is supposed to be a thing, you mean to tell me I'm supposed to go out and play for y'all? I know I'm getting paid, but I'm supposed to go out and play for y'all? Like, we got to work some things out. I would have loved to have been in that locker room after the game or before the games when that Tua thing happened, because the players talk among themselves. So
all day.
I would love to have been a fly on the room in there and heard those personal conversations, because I know there was some beef. I know there was these niggas lied to us. They told us so and so. And the coach comes off as like a high school graduate. Like, it's just weird, bro. You watch him, you listen to him, he just doesn't sound like a coach. You know what I'm saying? Like that leading men. You know what I mean?
And
He sounds like
get this cat from.
Yeah. I mean, you get what I'm saying? Like it just don't fit.
Dude, man. I know, man. It's like, okay, now you got another week. Maybe you can get them prepared.
You're not.
For what's up next. Because
the moment Tua went down the way he did, and the way that whole shit you went down, I can guarantee you just lost.
Oh, yeah, Cleveland did lose.
You lost 40%
to the Chargers.
You lost 40% of that locker room. That whole Tua shit went down.
Oh, I mean,
you lost 40% of that locker
room. Probably did.
Because what I said on Saturday, I say, listen, you can't sit here and you do your starting quarterback like that. And then you turn around and think these second and third string players supposed to think you really give two shits about them? Nah. They don't.
They're gonna go out there and play because they're getting paid, but that don't mean in the back of their mind they like, man, I ain't finna take this.
Right?
Like, they gonna lie if I got a concussion or something.
Well,
Tua
signed off. Tua went in there and said, "I'm fine." We know, but like I was saying on Saturday, the protocols were put in to protect the players from themselves, because they know they're going to sit up there and say, "Yeah, I'm cool."
They've been talking about getting rid of this man's job ever since the first year he got there. His first year, he had a bad season, but he's a rookie quarterback on a bad team. Didn't have a great season, and the offseason going into his sophomore year. Y'all talking about Brady. Y'all talking about Deshaun Watson.
Yeah,
but Brian Flores didn't want him.
That's the word on the street.
Brian Flores wanted Justin Herbert. He told them, draft me Justin Herbert. They went and drafted him Tua, and he was like, I didn't want him.
And now part of me wants to believe, because I know how savage of a business the NFL is. Part of me wants to believe that they want to move Tua out the way in a savage way so they can bring another quarterback in. That's just me.
It could.
I know there some savages behind those sheets, behind those walls. So.
But that man had that 5 touchdown game. It's like, oh.
Who wouldn't have a 5 touchdown game with those receivers?
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. They gave him the weapons, and they like, oh, he responded to this.
Okay. Let's be honest, right? Let's be honest. 3 of those touchdowns one of them was Tariq, and 2 of them was the Jalen Waddle. Those 3 touchdowns were 70 yards and beyond. Okay, there's like an 8-yard pass, and Tariq and Waddle did all the damn work after the pass was complete.
I mean, they yak receivers though. That's a route. That's a quarterback's dream in the NFL.
Yeah,
you give me 2 yak receivers.
Let me tell you, Joe Montana, all his yards came from Jerry Rice, quick slant,
John Taylor,
boom, quick slant,
and T.O. and Brent Jones. Yeah, them boys was bad after the catch. Yeah. And then you give me Roger Craig and all of that after the catch.
You get a receiver that can take a quick slant all
and
the way to the
house. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the perfect weapon. Sure. So yeah. The thing is he responded well to having those weapons. He was using them and they winning, but now he on the shelf. Now it's like
what do you do now?
Yeah,
and if you ask me, now I do think Teddy Bridgewater is serviceable.
He was on his way till he got hurt.
He can get them to the playoffs with that squad.
I believe in Teddy B.
Because I'm a Teddy B fan. He was decent.
Oh man, he was man the man in Louisville. He was chilling down there.
Right. So I mean, we'll see. I think they
chilling in Minnesota until he got hurt.
Blame it on Jody and the weather out there in Florida.
Yeah.
Speaking of blaming on me, I give about 20 minutes, and I'm about to give a classic ass chewing. Somebody who's already upset with me because I chewed his ass out Saturday, and he about to get another one today about tackling with his fucking arms.
Oh, yeah.
My godson, he missed he missed like 8 tackles fucking Saturday, and he's out there tackling with his arms, and I'm just like, boy, you ain't big enough to tackle with your arms. Put a body on him.
You gotta teach him. Take him out there and show him. Walk him through it.
Yeah.
Dude,
I thought they
let's talk about Dallas.
Hold on. Before we do that, let's play this. I want to play this video so we can talk about this right quick.
Welcome those of you that just watched New England take down Detroit. Tom Brady on 3rd down, scans the field and gets sacked. Grady Jarrett brings him down. But then a flag flies. A flag comes out at the end of the play. Oh my goodness, this is going to go on Atlanta, breaking Falcons' hearts.
Yeah, I don't think Grady slammed Tom to the ground. I think he's coming around and he's got him by the hips and he's rolling through the tackle.
Defense, number 97. 15-yard penalty, automatic.
I'm with you, Coach. I don't understand that one. Grady's coming all the way from here. Watch him come all the way around. Now he's going to be down onto the hips of Tom Brady while he's in pursuit, so he's spinning around too. There's no intent to hurt the quarterback right there. You can see Tom's reaction. There's been a couple of calls here in this situation.
You can't touch the GOAT. Come on, man. Listen. I understand the media is going to make this an issue, but this has been going on for ages with Tom Brady. It's like, it's the LeBron rule. It's the Jordan rule. Don't slam me. Don't touch me. Don't foul me in the air. You know how it's been. Even the Ravens, when they used to go at his leg, they would get that penalty.
So do you think what happened to Tua has something to do with that? Because that looked like the same play that Tua got hurt on.
Yeah, but Tua got
I don't know. I don't think that. I think that is just the Tom Brady rule, which it has been forever.
I mean,
you can't go low on Tom Brady, and you can't slam him. You can't do none of that to Tom Brady. You go back and watch any game and tell me, has anybody ever slammed Tom Brady down like that? I bet you can't find tape of it.
I don't remember. I seen mostly all his games. I don't think so.
You just can't do it, man.
I mean,
anybody who respects the game and knows the game, You can't do that to TB12. He the GOAT. And he 45.
All I'm saying is, I've been saying it a long time, right? And I was like, one of my homeboys said it. He's a Steelers fan, and he was like, you know what? He talks about, I finally understand what you talk about. Because if that would have been Ben Roethlisberger or Cam Newton, referees wouldn't even look twice, nigga.
First of all, we've already said Cam got beat up.
Yes.
And didn't get no calls.
Mike Vick did. RG3 did.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson does.
Yeah.
It's a totally different.
When you're a running QB, you don't get no calls.
Of course. And
but
like
Tom
I said,
Brady's a pocket passer.
Tom Brady cannot be touched. You push Tom Brady down a little too hard, and you're getting the penalty. It's the Jordan rule, bro. It's the Jordan rule.
With Aaron Rodgers too. If you,
I'm about to say it's that.
With Aaron Rodgers, if you touch him, they be like, whoa.
You can't do it. And see, me personally, and I know you got to be a savage out there on the field, but Grady Jarrett got to know that. Grady Jarrett got to know that. We ain't playing that with Tom Brady. Don't be slamming him and doing all of that. We got time for all of that. Get the man on the ground and leave it at that. As simple as that. That's my take on it. When I saw it, I was like, you can't do that. And Tom Brady reacted afterwards like he was, a little screaming, kicking kid. You know what I'm saying? So
he'll sell it. Tom will sell it to the fullest. He'll sell it.
And talking instantly to the refs. Come on, man. That's the LeBron rule. That's ref. You missed this call now. Come on now.
Now, I know what you're saying, Jody, but they were still losing, though. The Falcons wasn't winning.
Listen though. Hear me out, right? All I'm saying is, right, Tom seems to get some favorable calls and some pretty iffy situations because you're right. They were down 15-21. But if you had noticed, the Falcons stopped the Bucs 3 and outs, went down the field and scored 2 drives in a row, and then got a 2-point conversion, right? So they had all the momentum. And on a 3rd and 9, Tom Brady gets sacked, and instead of the Bucs having a punt back to the Falcons, who drove the ball twice down the field already, all of a sudden he gets a rough in the pass.
That's what don't get that call, bro. How many times have you been watching basketball and been like, that wasn't no foul?
Right.
Listen, I know that. All I'm saying is Tom. You're right. It's got the Tom rule because you had Drew Brees had it too. There's a couple times when Drew Brees got pushed and you sitting there looking like Drew Brees would be like this with the ball, got tackled, and they threw an unnecessary roughness. And I'm like, bro, the ball was 2 inches away from his hand when he got hit, my boy.
Hey, watch him. Look, dude, watch when Aaron Rodgers play at Lambeau. Them refs give him all the calls. It'd be like,
that's what you're supposed to do. Protect my quarterback. Protect my 200 mil. My 250 mil.
That's just the way it is. It's gonna be bad call. It's gonna be
protect my millions. That's all I'm saying.
Certain players get, the benefit of the doubt.
They do, and you can be mad about it all you want to, but it's been happening forever. This ain't nothing.
Man, come on now.
Ray Lewis and them used to complain about it on that Ravens defense when they used to play Tom Brady. They used to. Terrell Suggs, they used to complain. They knew to let up when you get closer to Tom Brady to not touch him too much. Hey, I'm just saying.
But in certain instances,
better than theirs, you know what I'm saying?
In certain instances where the refs will let you play, like every time the Steelers played the Ravens, the refs will let them play. They was out there smacking each other like.
You ain't gonna hurt Tom Brady week 5.
You're not gonna hurt Tom
you hear
Brady.
Me? The whole NFL would be in trouble. Tom Brady gets hurt at week 5, all right?
Tom Brady gets hurt week 5. He might save his marriage.
It's
very possible because he'd be sitting at home. But when you a brand like that, they was talking about this one kid that he was possibly the new kid he'd come in. I know we ain't talking about basketball right now. But he would generate $500 million extra dollars for an NBA franchise. That
you talking about the Wanabe BB?
Wambi boy.
Yeah, from overseas. Yeah,
right. How much you think Tom Brady generates for a single NFL franchise?
Oh, he
Probably $1 billion. Probably $1 billion.
Can't mess that money up. Can't mess that up. We can't have Tom Brady out week 5.
Man,
2 of 2. You at the face of the league. I understand.
Tom Brady.
There's no way Tom Brady go out week 5 from a head injury.
Tampa Bay gear flew off this. I got a Tom Brady Tampa Bay jersey. Tampa Bay jerseys and stuff flew off the shelf.
I'm just saying, man.
He pumped that franchise up.
Yeah. I'm just
saying.
saying.
Like New England. He pumped New England up.
Yes, he did. So it's like, what do you do?
I mean, Aaron Rodgers pumped the Packers up, but Brett Favre did it first, but whatever. Aaron Rodgers kept it going, and their uniforms are ugly, but you see motherfuckers walking around here with them jerseys on like.
That's that big time money, man. When you generate it, you get the calls, man.
Yeah.
You get the calls. You get that faithfulness.
Can't get mad at it.
Packers ain't going nowhere anyway.
Right.
They ought to be happy they got that L. They trying to get the number 1 pick so they can get one of them top quarterbacks. Come on now.
Man, and speaking of quarterbacks, we might have a situation in Dallas.
You ain't gonna have no situation in Dallas.
Nah.
They got too much money invested in Dallas.
It doesn't matter.
40 million in that.
You got to listen to Jerry Jones the way he talks.
Jerry Jones is a brand. Jerry Jones gonna brand it and make it about marketing all the time, every time in the chance he gets.
He talking crazy.
Ain't nobody taking Dak at $40 million.
No, I ain't say they taking Dak. You can't get rid of him at $45 million. That's just not happening.
$45 million hit. He ain't gonna bench Dak. I don't give a fuck if Dak was out.
He benched Tony Romo.
Now here would be the crazy part though. If and when Dak comes back, and that team starts to not win, that's when it could get interesting. If they start losing when Dak come back.
That's the thing. They talking about maybe not letting Dak come in when he gets back.
Let's be real.
I mean, you got to sell that narrative. You got to sell it. You got to sell that narrative because that's good for sports TV.
Cooper Rush has not been the face of the Cowboys. He's played
not.
good. Cooper Rush has Trent Dilford this shit into a 3-0 start.
No, he hasn't.
There you go. Yes, he has.
Tell you, did you see the score to the game?
Now he's got good stats though.
How many touchdowns did he throw?
That's against the Rams. Their defense ain't nothing to sneeze at.
Exactly. Now, he has thrown 6 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, or 1 interception, 97 QBR rating before today. So he has been decent, but the defense won that game.
Oh yeah,
they won pretty much all of their games.
Hey,
but
they shocked me with their defense. They defense playing lights out.
The defense is balling. I can't lie. The defense is balling. But
are they gonna ball when it matters? It's the Cowboys. Are they gonna?
Right.
That's a question for anybody. Are they?
The defense can travel though. If they stay healthy, that defense can travel. I just don't. I think Cooper Rush doesn't make the dumb plays.
There you go. That's all.
He doesn't have to. He's Trent Dilfer. He doesn't have to be superb.
Hold on. What's one dude say? Right? You need. If you have a mediocre quarterback, right? If you don't have I think Calvin Cowherd said it the best. When you have a mediocre quarterback, you need 2 things, right? You need 3 things. You need a exceptional run game, a mediocre passing game, and an exceptional defense. And as of right now, the Cowboys have all 3. That defense is exceptional.
They don't have an exceptional run game.
They got enough to move the ball. They can hold. They can get what is it? They get time on the clock.
Hey, but that's like that's any team now. Now an exceptional run game would be the Giants, the Vikings, the Titans. If they had one of them backs in Dallas, you could probably write Dallas a ticket to the Super Bowl.
Now, Pollard and Zeke are good combo.
They
utilize them more. They're good combo because they're like fire and ice, ground and pound. scat backs. Both of them can catch. Both of them can run the rock, that type of thing. You just got to use them, in the proper manner. They both, to be honest, man, like they should get a lot of work. You get what I'm saying? But Cooper Rush throws the ball, man. Cooper Rush throws. You see that catch by Gallup? That catch by Gallup was dope. But Cooper Rush put that ball right where it needed to be.
And that's the thing. I've been watching all his throws. I'm like, this dude put the ball in nice areas for his receivers. That's why I'm like, man, they're looking at Dak like, and I'm like, man, people like, but Dak got $45 million. I'm like, it didn't matter. I'm like, when Drew Bledsoe went down, it didn't matter how much he was making. Insert Tom Brady started winning. No, Drew, sit right here. We're going to roll with the hot hand. And that's the thing. Are they going to stay with the hot hand?
That starts if they cut. My thing would be is when he comes back and he's healthy, because you ain't got to rush him back now. You don't won 2 division games, so you're leading the division. I want to see him.
They're not leading the division. That would be the Eagles.
Well, you won 2 division games. You're doing decent. You see that what they just did on the Sunday night game. You see how the defensive lineman didn't run all the way through Lamar Jackson. He ran up on him and then he just pushed him. He didn't slam him to the ground. Mm-hmm. Tom Brady rule.
You gotta be careful because they don't really want you touching the quarterback like that no more.
Exactly.
You can't really pound the quarterback like that, and that's for any team. But some quarterbacks get a little bit more.
Okay, but back to Cooper Rush. Let me put it to you like this, right? And I get what y'all saying, but how many times, right? And all of us avid football watch, how many times we seen a backup quarterback, right, get his shot, and he does phenomenal with his shot, right? But then all of a sudden, now here comes what? Here comes expectation, and that expectation comes
changes.
And then all of a sudden, Dan is good. Look at all.
Let me tell you why. Because for the most part, most teams don't have tape on Cooper Rush.
There you go. They got film on him after the first year.
As he progresses, you start to notice his tendencies. You start to notice where he places the ball. You start to notice his reads. You start to notice his tendency. Because NFL is like this. They know your 3-step drop, when you're going to release that ball, how to make you uncomfortable. They're studying all of those tendencies. Now, they're just gathering tape on him. And I want to see a little bit down the road, how it goes. But still doesn't take away from the fact the boy throws a good ball.
Yeah,
he does. He does throw a good ball. I'm not saying Cooper Rush.
But I get what you're saying. But we still have instances where the backup quarterback take off.
But I think in this instance, right?
Dak Prescott, he was the backup quarterback to Tony Romo. Took his spot.
To this presence, but Tony Romo was on his way out.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was. Them back injuries was messing him up.
They just gave him that money.
Dak Prescott at what, 27?
Now?
I don't know how old he was.
Dak was 22, 23.
No, how old is he now?
About 27.
About 26, 27? Yeah. Okay, and you ain't finna take no $45 million cap hit.
You're not taking a cap hit because they're not going to cut him.
No matter what Cooper Rush does, right?
They're going to ask him to restructure.
Cooper Rush is going to be good trade bait. If you want Cooper Rush, then what you finna give us, right? As far as players or draft pick. Mostly draft pick. And I'm gonna tell you right now. Here's the move, and I don't give a damn what anybody say. Trade his ass to the Washington Commanders because they always need a damn quarterback.
No, I ain't trading him in the division. He might be pretty good.
Let me put it to you like
got some good receivers too. They got Dotson. They got my other boy. McLaurin. They got you don't trade him in the division. Trade him out to one of them.
But what if? And it has happened. What if Cooper leads them to the Super Bowl?
Hey, trade his trade his ass to the Broncos and make the Broncos eat that rest.
Broncos ain't doing no more trades for quarterback. I'm just saying, if Cooper Rush get them to the Super Bowl, because it has happened, we can point to when Phil Simms went out and Jeff Hostetler led the Giants to the Super Bowl and won it. If Cooper Rush pulled something off like that.
But it was the defense that was pretty good on that Giants squad. But see, they had a running game too, though. Yeah. So I don't know. They had old man Anderson. They had Dave Meggett. So they was a little different. Now that defense looks good, though. I can't lie. I was shocked at how good that defense.
Exactly.
Was. But they haven't really. Tell me who they've played that is top notch thus far.
Well, we'll see when they play the Eagles.
Yes, they haven't played. They haven't played top notch teams. Now I know the Rams are Super Bowl champions.
Top notch, so.
And I know that they are supposed to be good, but that O-line is trash. They only got Cooper Kupp at receiver. That defense,
they got more than Cooper Kupp. Matthew Stafford only looks for Cooper Kupp.
I mean, that's because everybody else ain't really getting open like that.
But see, Allen Robinson, he's not a receiver.
I like Allen Robinson.
He don't get open like that.
That boy is the definition of a decoy.
Allen Robinson will get you them contested balls. He did that for Chicago.
So I'm watching the game, and it's that end zone slant route where he's got to get low. He's got to put his back. He's got to get his body in there, catch knock off that low cornerback or safety, whoever it was, and he didn't get his body in the right position to grab that ball. He let that ball literally go straight past his hand and let that receiver grab it. I'm watching Allen Robinson, and I'm like, dude, like, you got to go for that catch. That ball is to you, and you open. And he doesn't make it. So
I'm like, thinking he gonna get blasted. I don't know.
He came to Cali, got all that money.
Yeah,
and I guarantee you, his focus ain't 100% there.
It should have been a match made in heaven.
It should be, but Cali got a lot of distractions, bro. You get your bag out here in Cali.
LA?
Everybody know you.
Shoot,
and you on the Rams and you on primetime TV. Listen, man, that's a whole nother beast. This ain't Minnesota or this ain't Minnesota or Green Bay or these little small states and towns, bro.
This I say that's the same about Chicago. You come to Chicago, ain't nothing but distractions. You
you got to be locked in. So
especially in Chicago, they don't have your face on billboards and your face everywhere, especially if you're a star. Chicago will pump you up. I'm like, you see what happened when Dennis Rodman first got here. His face was everywhere. He was on billboards and he had McDonald's endorsements. And they didn't pump Dennis Rodman up.
I'm just saying, some people can handle it, some people can't. Some people can handle it, some people can't, man. So I don't know.
A lot of people that can't handle it.
Cowboys have beat some teams, and I ain't going to take it from them because I had them not making the playoffs this year. So, I have to eat my words on that thus far. But
I had Philly winning the division.
I had Philly winning the division, and I thought the Commanders would take the wild card spot.
Yeah, they looking like really bad.
They're not looking good.
The real question is this, right? The real question is this. Is the Cowboys going to win a playoff game, though?
Well, again, that's a whole nother story. We know that but that defense travels, bro. If that defense stays healthy, and to think that they should have Randy Gregory on that roster.
But he took the same amount of money.
He just got more guarantees. Guarantees.
It was what it was the language in the contract.
Well, yeah, I would too. After you done had drug suspensions and all of that, Jerry Jones looked out for you. So, but he's hurt now. He's out 6 weeks. So that's a whole nother story.
That's a whole.
Yeah, I put some language in there. I walked with you through to what 2, 3, 4 years of you
Suspension,
not being able to stay off the weed. You know what I'm talking about? And
suspensions, and all that.
of
Man,
course, I would throw some language in there as well. I trust you, but I don't trust you. I mean, you get what I'm saying?
right.
Like we had a 50-50 on it, but Jerry was good to him. That's one thing I give Jerry credit for. He does look out for his players.
Oh,
So
his guys.
he
the
pays his
Jets
players.
guys,
He looks out for his players. If you're a cowboy, you're literally a cowboy for life. So I get it.
He
But
looked out for Jason Garrett. Like,
yeah, Jason Garrett with his mediocre self was the coach for 10 plus years.
Well,
man,
Mr.
he
Mr.
supposed to
Mr.
been gone
Mr.
a
8,
long
8, 9, and 7.
Yeah, 9 and 7.
Mr. 9 and 7.
8
Right.
days, Mr.
As
8 days.
mediocre as they come. So hey.
But that's give a perfect segue to those surprising Philadelphia Eagles.
I don't think
Are
it's
they
surprising.
real?
I thought when they started making them moves for that receiver from
AJ
the
Brown,
Titans.
AJ Brown,
Yeah.
team up with Devontae Smith.
That
With
boy
a
remind
prize
me of T.O. That boy remind me of T.O.
Yeah,
Jalen Hurts got better.
everything.
I want to see Jalen Hurts against a legit defense. They got a nice running game. I like their O-line. Their defense is good. My only thing with them is
They
I got
kept
to
a good
see them
defense.
play an official top-notch team, a grind-out team, and let's see what they do. But overall, they drafted well, and then they made that deal
They
for that
did.
receiver, and you put him and that's Devontae Smith on the on the field at the same time. That's a pretty good wide receiver core. You got
Man.
Dallas Goedert. That's pretty good, man.
Talking, and we spoke it up next week is Dallas and Philly.
Yeah, but both of the homies teams, Ken's team, Dallas, and Patricia's team, the
Hey,
Eagles.
is that the game of the week? Like, what time is that game?
Oh,
That's
a
got to be a
7:20.
Sunday night game.
That's a
got to be
7:20.
Sunday night.
That's a Monday nighter. No, that's the Sunday night game.
I'm finna say that's got to be a Sunday night game. Got to
Sunday
be.
is Denver and Chargers.
See, I'm gonna miss. See. Here's the beauty about being a free agent. Both of them are partners. Okay, they cooler than the fan.
Hold on. Hey, can't say we will no longer let you be a free agent. You are a 49ers fan. We are holding you accountable to the San Francisco 49ers.
Hey. Everybody ain't supposed to know that. Only 2 people. My brother broke it down because see, I used to. Everybody back home used to say you Dallas. Man, listen, I only roll with Dallas because I wasn't allowed back then. You know what I'm saying? To roll with my squad. But my brother knew what was up. I was a 49er fan. But after they did my boy Cap dirty, I was like, what? I'm cool on y'all. I'm straight on y'all. I'm cool. So that's when I became a free agent. I was like, I'm straight on y'all. Y'all did my boy dirty. I went and saw Cap play at the Rams Stadium and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So when there was the Coliseum or whatever it was when it was in. So I went to see him play. I think that was the last game I got to see him play. So left the game early. They ended up winning the game against the Rams, the whole 9, everything, right? They did my boy dirty. Tried to say he wasn't a good quarterback. I'm like, really? Come on, dog. Like, all that drama. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm leaving all y'all alone. But I get to mess with both of them, though. Because either way, one of them getting the smoke. One of them. It's just beautiful. So
I just want you to know, this week is a hurtful week this week. Club Shay Shay is officially closed this week. You know, nobody showed up to Club Shay Shay this week. Neither the Bucks or the Cowboys showed up to Club Shay Shay this week. And I ain't really had nobody that I felt like deserved Club Shay. You know what? Shit. Should have did it yesterday. I know who should have showed up to Club Shay Shay. The Oklahoma Sooners should have showed up.
Yeah.
They should have showed up.
They got smacked.
So,
and you know who else should show up on there? Eddie Robinson Jr.
For that.
I know controversy sells, but come on now.
Is that the coach? Is that the coach from Alabama State?
Yeah.
Okay, so what? Okay, so before we out in, we finna get ready to go, y'all. So before we leave, what the hell was the issue with Deion and that coach? Because I seen
Dude just said, I think it was
he
a
said
clout
Deion
thing.
disrespected him some way, somehow.
He pushed it. He pushed him away in the chest, bro. So imagine me and you. We about to pull up. We give a little dap, and then I'm you know how the dap is. I dap you up, and then we bring it in. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, right.
Like dap him up, and Junior was like, "Nah, right in prime chest, prime older than you, bro."
But I seen that.
I think
part,
the
right?
controversy he said,
but the
he
coach
was
is
out
saying
on the
that
50.
there was
before
some
the game.
disrespect before.
Yeah, he said he was on the.
Deion walks everyone's field. It's a ritual of his. He's been doing it forever. He's been doing it since he's been there. He always walks the field. And I think it's a controversial thing. They're selling this point, but Jackson State isn't the only one who has disrespected Alabama State on the field. They got another school literally filming them, dogging them out right on their field. It was the bands. So, but Prime always walks the fields of where he goes as part of his ritual, where he walks around the entire stadium. You know what I'm saying? He gets his, his whatever you want to call it. He gets his, his energy out.
Yeah.
He walks the entire stadium. He walks the field, stuff like that. And I understand because I used to do that in baseball before I played baseball. I would literally walk around the entire baseball field. You go around and you checking for stuff. You just trying to get a feel for the stadium. And I would do that. So I get it. I understand it. It was just, get your energy out. You know what I'm saying? You think you're ready to play. You walk around. You get in your own head. You do whatever. But I think dude was just wanted some controversy. Plus, the game sold out. Come on, man. The game sold out.
I was looking at. He said disrespect. So I was looking at. I was trying to find the score. Like maybe Deion blew him out. And it's like.
Well, he also said at the end of the game when when you knew Jackson State was going to win, Deion kept trying to score, and it's like, dude, shut up.
Right.
Like, stop him.
Remember when Cam Newton was dancing all over the Titans end zone? And they got mad. Don't be in my end zone dancing. And what Cam Newton say? He said, "You don't want me dancing in my own zone to stop me from getting in there, right?"
There you go. It's simple as that.
And he seemingly did, bro. They only won by 2 touchdowns. It was 26 to 12.
That's a lot.
It was
football. We whooping you by 14. You probably was losing by more than that ahead of time. So
it was 26 to 12, and I was like, it don't seem like it was a complete blowout. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't understand what he was so damn mad about. Hey, it was Jody, like, all right, I guess.
Yo, boy, what's that? My homeboy?
Yeah,
Buffalo, baby.
Hey, Buffalo is no joke, man. I think the only thing that's going to keep them from getting to where they need to go is possibly injuries.
Don't you think Buffalo? Remember last year in the playoff?
That's why they went and got Von Miller.
You ain't got Tyreek no more, baby.
You keep saying that like we ain't 4-1, bro. Stop doing that.
Stop. Okay.
I mean, listen.
About to be 3-1.
What they got for Tyreek Hill, I probably would have done it too. Because you were able to add 2-3 pieces to Smith-Schuster, and what's the other boy from Pittsburgh?
They got Vance Kaplan.
Yeah, and I mean they added a few pieces that are really good, right? So now you can spread the ball a little bit more. So I'm not mad at KC for doing that. Some people picks and stuff like that. So.
I'm just saying.
Telly just being a hater. He always been a hater on my boy. You a hater on my boy Mahomes.
No, I'm not.
A hater.
I still don't think KC does it this year, though. I got Buffalo riding that thing. So
Telly, you feel the same way about KC that Shannon feels about the Cowboys.
Hey, no. I just hate all this talk that, the boy won the Super Bowl. And then all of a sudden they talking about he the gold and all. Oh no, man.
Yeah, there was a little bit over the top.
Man. Like no.
That was a little bit over the top.
Did he say that?
I didn't say he said it. I said they.
Okay. But as of right now, right? As of right now, right? when Tom Brady retires, the best quarterback in the league will probably be Mahomes because of what he can do on the field. You know the type of player Mahomes is. And right now, Mahomes is proven that he doesn't need a Tyreek Hill to win football games. They blew out the Bucs without a Tyreek Hill. They're 3-1 without a Tyreek Hill. They're doing it without Tyreek Hill. And speaking of Tyreek Hill, I guarantee you Tyreek Hill and Devontae Adams miss Mahomes and Rodgers more than Mahomes and Rodgers miss them.
Man, have you seen the Packers? They definitely missed Devontae Adams.
Okay, have you seen Devontae Adams? He definitely missed Aaron Rodgers.
I ain't seen no Raiders game really, but I'm just saying that Devontae Adams is a supremely talented dude. I mean, Derek Carr ain't trash now. Let's not act like Derek Carr is trash. It's just a chemistry thing.
He's not trash, Telly. He's recyclables right now.
I'm just saying, it's a chemistry thing. The new receiver, because Tyreek Hill really don't have a good rapport with Tua, So, Tyreek Hill sometimes disappears. It's not his fault, but it just happens.
Okay.
But we gonna see. We got 2 top flight games. I got a game on Thursday. The Bears play the Commanders. So we got to get ready. 4-day turnaround.
That's going to be a bad game. I'm definitely not tuning in for that one.
I don't know. It might be a good one.
Has anybody noticed that Amazon, them Thursday night games have been trash?
That's because most of them been Denver.
Y'all green as shit.
I mean, Jody got the exclusive, so
Denver in prime time again.
I'm about to drop it right now, Jody.
I'm gonna show it up like it.
I'm finna go ahead and drop it right now. All right.
Hey, you know what you should do? Matter of fact, I got you, Benji. I'm gonna make a meme, right? And I'm gonna make sure I tag you in it using that picture. I got you. Cause hey, that's sure. Too funny. That's too funny.
It is.
I had to do it.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying? But, hey.
I made a comparison, right? I say the Michigan Wolverines are like the Dallas Cowboys of college football. All this expectation, and yet they consistently disappoint you every single damn year.
This is true. This is true.
Year. And speaking of that, right before we go, right? Last thing. How the hell did Wisconsin fire their head coach, right? When freaking Michigan, what's his name? Michigan coach?
Jim Harbaugh?
Jim Harbaugh literally has almost the same exact stats and wins. The only difference is Wisconsin doesn't have a big
recruiting class,
a Big Ten title.
Well, I'll say this. Harbaugh gets a lot of leeway being from Michigan, right?
Michigan and the NFL.
Right. Was successful in the NFL. And he's going to get every piece of leeway that he possibly can get because he was good a couple years in there at Michigan. He wasn't totally trash. And if you beat Ohio State, how much clout you get.
Oh, my God.
The niggas won one game against Ohio State.
Hey,
Ohio State.
Hey, that one game is like winning the Super Bowl. You hear me?
It is.
So you pulling the New York Giants. We're gonna lose 4 in a row, but we're gonna be glad about this one, huh?
Hey, listen. Ben Roethlisberger was trash the last 2 years. You know why he got that respect? He won them freaking Super Bowls. Eli Manning was horrible this last few years. You want to know why he got that respect? He won the Super Bowl.
2.
Harbaugh hasn't been great. And by the way, he saved us from Tom Brady winning 9 Super Bowls. So let's just
saved y'all.
But you know how folks act during that Michigan Ohio State game. Now he hasn't won a ton of them, but listen, you got us one.
He only got us one.
Hey,
you got us one. You know that matters.
It matters.
That's like coming through for the crazy chick that always complaining about you. You don't never buy me flowers. You don't never take me out to dinner. And then you take her out one time.
Can live off of that for a while.
You can live off of that.
All I've said is, this nigga's been in 9 seasons. He is 1-7 against Ohio State.
9 seasons.
He's been in 9 seasons. He's
No,
it
ain't been 9 seasons.
That ought to tell you the power of 1 W.
Let me tell you, he got that 1 W, and he steady keep beating Michigan State. Now, if you ever lose to Michigan State, they're gonna want to run him up out of there.
And you know how it go, bro. He from there.
Yeah.
That's like LeBron going back to Cleveland, winning one, bro. Come on, forever solidified. It's like, what can you do? The hometown kid got us a chip, so forever loved. You get what I'm saying? So that's how that goes, man. And I respect it because I know for a fact them alumni there. Man, I can imagine how them folks beef over them W's, bro. I can imagine.
Open their wallets to that dude, be like, here you go.
Exactly. So, I mean, listen. Football is football. We love it. But I can't wait for basketball to start. I'm ready for basketball to start. And I'm ready for this M.A. Udoka situation to finally get put out in its totality.
Heard it was 2 chicks.
Oh, what? Y'all started talking about basketball, and I damn near dozed off around this joint. What? Oh, sorry.
Listen, we ain't gonna do it now, but you know we got some stuff to touch on basketball, so you know we do.
Like a little bit.
We're gonna hold that.
Basketball, little bit basketball, little bit baseball, because the playoffs are here. Yeah. Just
for the record, who y'all got winning it all? Baseball.
You know what? I hope it's Philly.
Philly?
Yeah, Philly.
Ooh.
Philly beat the Cardinals. So they got the Braves.
Cardinals weren't really that good to me. They were riding that Albert Pujols hype. They were riding that Albert Pujols home run hype.
Yeah.
So they were feeding off of that energy. But my
Philly,
Red Sox didn't make it, so we trash.
Yeah, right. My White Sox didn't make it.
Yankees just might get it this year.
Nah, I can't stand the Yankees.
I can't neither, but I'm rooting for Aaron Judge to get there, win the MVP so he can get that bag.
Oh, he gonna get he gonna get the bag.
He gonna get a bag, but if he goes and he balls out and they win a championship, he gonna get he's you know how it is. The same way I feel about Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
If you get in there and you get it done, you know you're gonna get the bag.
He's gonna get the whole checkout.
So we could be politically correct, okay? Jim Harbaugh, before the 2021 season, was 0-5 against Ohio State. Mm-hmm. He is currently 1-5 against Ohio State and 3-3 against Michigan State.
Yeah.
That's
4 wins.
That's Big Ten, baby.
That's 4. That's 4.
Benji, I'm sick of you.
I'm just saying. Listen, you're gonna always take more L's than you get losses in this life. So you know what I'm saying? If I can get 3 against Michigan State, my hometown, East Lansing, or whatever,
East
Lansing, and I beat Ohio State.
When they signed him up and was like, hey, we're gonna get you to coach at Ohio, we're gonna get you to coach at Michigan, Harbaugh, and it was hyped, and they got that Jordan contract, and they had all the dope, you know, when they went to that one bowl game and they had all the classic retro Jordans and cleats and all that good stuff, and they turn around and fast forwarded 6 years later, hey bro, I'm just letting you know, I'm from the future. You only beat Ohio State once.
we got 1, bro.
They got 1. Might have 2 this year.
When you mention, when I walk in the room, you're going to have to say, you can mention it, but I got 1, though. We can get another one. You know it's going to start there. I beat Michigan State 3 times. Like, we were top 5 a couple of those years, too. Like, if I'm not mistaken, they weren't they in the top 3 last year before last, somewhere around there?
Both years.
Michigan always has a good recruiting class, but it
And
Never.
part of that is because
The only
Harbaugh
thing they could never get right is their QB. They have everything.
Totally agree.
They QB
Name
is the only
a
thing
dope
they can-
QB that they've had there, and that's weird to me because I thought Harbaugh can find decent or really good quarterback. I don't know why a great one hasn't come there yet.
It's hard to get a great QB when Ohio State always has the #1 recruiting quarterback in the damn land every single freaking year. And then
Yeah, man. But
Name one.
But listen, there's several of them. Even the low end quarterbacks. Why? How you can't tell me you weren't able to find that kid that's at Alabama right now? The kid that had to start because Young went out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying he would go to Michigan. I'm just saying there's quarterbacks everywhere, man. Like they ain't always at the top schools. Trey Lance been out there. I mean, I know he kind of sucks as but he's out there. You get what I'm saying? Like you can recruit.
he kind of sucks as one of your 49ers.
Nah, he don't.
Listen,
He young.
you can't come behind Joe Montana, Steve Young,
Jeff
Garcia, and then Jimmy Garoppolo got him to a couple Super Bowls.
You see how that
and
drop
then
off is?
Kaepernick, got him to the Super Bowl. And you can't be Trey Lance and come in there and expect you gonna get the easy route. No, bro, this is championship or bust.
The 49ers is built for a championship right now.
Exactly.
They just need QB play.
If they missing starters, they're not fully healthy yet. So it's another year they could possibly get it done. So I mean, hey man, listen, you it's some leeway there. But don't be telling folks I'm a 49er fan, man.
I go say it again.
That ain't for everybody to know. You know what I'm talking
Hey,
about?
my bad. Hey, I keep our business out the street. I keep
that business out the street. You know what I'm talking about? Folks don't need to know all of that. You know what I'm talking about?
And we're gonna keep our family stuff in house, unlike
you know what I'm saying? Unlike the Warriors.
Right. We're gonna keep
I know we gotta get up out of here, but somebody from the Warriors, TMZ bought that tape from somebody from the Warriors. So
they looking for him.
The story's coming out, but we'll talk about that some other time.
Yeah.
Everybody cash out finna get investigated. Bring your phones, your phones, bring your bank accounts, how much you bought the tape for? Because that's
there you go. How much you get the tape for? That's what I want to know.
We checking all bank accounts. Any transaction of this.
If you had the tape, what would you charge for?
Something like that.
If you had the tape and somebody approached you,
that's 6 figures. That's 6 figures.
That's easy. That's easy. I'm going 7. I want a cool 1.5.
It won't be no million, but
that's exactly what I said. I want you quoted my exact number. I said 1.5.
I want a cool 1.5 for that.
I want 1.5.
This ain't
especially in G State, that thing getting taxed like crazy. So 1.5, you only walking away with 700 and some thousand after taxes. I just want you to know that.
Hold on,
they only tax you about 49% on the tax.
Really?
So yeah,
stay up out of there. I know they child support is high.
That's why you wear your prophylactics out here.
Right. Don't have kids in Cali. They will take you to the cleaners.
Hey,
no doubt.
Yeah, so a cool 1.5 for that check.
1.5, because that's Golden State. That's Draymond Green
and Jordan Poole.
Yeah, that's money. That's money.
You got to. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, the Golden State Warriors' hands are gonna have to be forced to punish Draymond Green. That's it. A public perspective.
I don't think so. I think Draymond is doing it himself, stepping away from the team, and I think he's punishing himself. So I think G State leaves it alone. Draymond, go into hiding somewhere. It ain't like we're playing basketball right now anyway. Go train somewhere, wherever you train. Let it blow over. You done already apologized. It's over. Let it die down.
Benji, it's over. It's over for you, because if a nigga sleep me like that, I'm like Shannon, but you got to fight me every day at practice after that, bro. You can't
I will say this though. I wouldn't be surprised if they did trade him though.
That's what I'm saying.
First of all,
Listen.
that was on the deck anyway because of his contract demands.
Well, he's got 2 years, 50-something mil
And
on
he
his
wanted
current
more.
deal.
He wanted more. So
Well,
they
he's supposed to get a max deal, but they have to make that decision between him and Jordan Poole. So, I mean, you got to make that decision.
They're not trading Jordan Poole because Jordan Poole, what, 20, 23?
He young.
Jordan Poole is the future of the Golden State Warriors, and Draymond Green was damn near on his way out. So at the end of the day, if I was Jordan Poole, I ain't gonna cap. It'd be one thing if we got into a tussle, you know what I'm saying? But you slept me, bro. You knocked me clean out and put
man, but you pushed me though, bro.
But
and according to reports, you was literally on the practice floor calling fouls. They was all practicing, and Jordan Poole was in practice calling fouls. That's what started the beef. That's what started it all, and that's what Draymond called him soft. Like you on the practice floor calling multiple fouls? Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Kobe called plenty guys soft, and he ain't never punched them in the face.
Yeah, from what there are stories that he did. Him and Shaq.
Let me rephrase that. Kobe did that, and they never caught any cameras of punching him.
There you go.
In the face.
MJ would have got clobbered in this era for what he did. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he would have.
He got smashed. I'm just saying.
Court of public opinion would have ate him up.
Easy.
Well, that just goes to show you can't be old school all your life.
Right? You can't. You gotta learn.
Evolve.
So, shout out to our pops who and our grandpas who didn't have cameras back then.
Oh my God!
Catching all their behavior.
I'm glad I didn't have cameras back then.
Hey,
folks were recording you pulling up in the lack to Anime's house. So who is this on these gold D's pulling up to my grandmama's house?
Hey, shout out to my uncle who pulled up at my cousin's school one day in the work truck and with the belt around his neck, finna go get some straightening done. I was like, damn, bro, you finna get your ass whooped. I just want you. Yeah. Your dad just pulled up to the school, bro. Y'all finna go in the bathroom and handle it.
With no cameras back then.
Hey, you been cutting the fool. You been cutting the fool, and that teacher just called.
You can't do nothing nowadays. So, but I appreciate y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Having your boy on.
Hey, I always appreciate you sliding through, my brother. You know, you are, like I said, it's always love over here. What we talking about in the fire station this week?
Appreciate it, man. As always, did a dope. Hey, man, I did this dope cooking show the other day, man. I actually just shared it, a little snippet of it. You know what I'm saying? I'll send you the link so you go check it out. We're going to start doing a few more of those.
Benji be cooking and making a nigga hungry. He just did, what you did, some chicken waffles?
Nah, man, I did a sirloin steak BLT.
Sirloin steak BLT. That sounds delicious.
Bro, it was fire. It was fire. It was fire, bro.
Hey, I leave for Vegas in 3 days.
Oh yeah, that's right. You'll be during the week. You leaving Thursday, Wednesday?
We're leaving Wednesday, but we gonna. I got the PTO, so it really don't matter to me.
You're gonna be there. You're gonna be there to win.
I'm gonna be Wednesday. We leave Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday.
Okay, for sure. I gotta pull up on you. I gotta try to get down there and see what's up. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple pudding tangs out that way. I need to pull up on.
I ain't mad at you.
You know what I'm saying? So
what we talking about on the fire session this week?
Yes, sir. We're gonna do a topic show. So we're gonna do a topic show. We're gonna pull up on that. Patricia's gonna be out of town, so we didn't want to do an interview without her. Plus, we got to get a sports session in, so we didn't want to do one without her. Plus, her birthday's coming up, so we probably gonna have a show this week, and then the following week take a break, take a week off, and then come back and hit it again. So, but yeah, we're just gonna do a topic show this coming up week. So we're just gonna hit a bunch of topics. You know, we got a bunch of them out there right now, so we're gonna pull up on them.
Bet that up. What we talk? Tell me what we talking about this week. Hold on.
This week? Didn't you send it to me?
I probably listen. Before we go, let me let y'all know we kicking on this Wednesday on Unhinged. Wrong app. Hold on, give me a second. All right, here we go. Unhinged. No. Oh, okay. So yeah, this is what we're talking about on. It says we're gonna get everybody's opinion on what's wrong with new age men and women these days dating.
What's wrong with new age? Oh, people are more selfish. People are way more selfish.
Yeah,
way more. More.
Hey, you know what? You already know Wednesday 8:00. You can pull up. It'll be 5:00 for us.
I might pull up on that show. I might pull up. You know what's up. Send me the link. I'll check that out for sure.
Yeah. And corner time, we got Mr. Kanye West.
Yes. Oh man! All I'm gonna say is I love what Willie D said about him. That's how I'm gonna leave it right there.
Hey, people say he wrong, but I'm like, you know what? Because you know what? This is shit that made me mad. Kanye can spend all his time talking about everybody else and always want to go low. But the moment somebody go lower than Kanye, all of a sudden you're wrong.
Because he's rich, bro. That's that syndrome. But I'll say this. People forget Willie D had to deal with Bushwick Bill, bro.
Yeah.
Kanye ain't close to how crazy Bushwick Bill was. So Willie D, when Willie D said about somebody, I usually roll with it because I'm like, bro, you wrote for Bushwick Bill, you dealt with his family, you dealt with Bushwick Bill, like, yeah, way worse. Anybody that can drink Everclear straight,
oh yeah,
you deal with him, you get my respect because I'm putting Negroes out the house. For just walking in without their toes done in my house. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you know.
First of all, we ain't calling it the house. That's the resort now. that's the day spa. That's the resort.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? We know what's up.
But all right, y'all, we appreciate everybody pulling up, man. Shout out to Benji Banks hanging out
yes.
with us, man.
Yes, sir. Man, y'all stay solid, man. I always appreciate y'all pulling up on y'all, man.
Hey, you know. Hey, we'll see y'all next Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll be here
Wednesday.
We'll Sunday for that Dallas and Philly game.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Gotta watch that because I gotta give a couple people some smoke, possibly.
I feel you.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Y'all stay up.
All right, man.
Peace out.